Like,
need to
I
prove
hate
the
to be
right
that
video.
person, but I'm
Like,
that
we're gonna
person
feel like
now.
giant assholes for it. But
I've been
I
a giant
mean,
asshole for years, so it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm the one who told everyone Richard's dead.
okay, welcome to the Hangover.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. It's Monday, so you know how Mondays are. Like, it's busy day at work.
I
So
feel like
Mondays
I
are
front
always
load my weeks
fun.
all the time.
Yeah, Mondays for me at work is always like the busiest. So it's just like
Mm.
go, 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 which is cool, but you know, it's just another week, so it's okay. But
How was
yeah,
your
how are
weekend?
you? My weekend was good. It was good. It was relaxing. I caught up on TV, which we'll discuss in a little bit. And yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
how was your weekend?
we did taxes, Chauncey. We did
I know
taxes.
I don't want to talk about that because it gives me like this nauseating feeling that I was a real adult this weekend and did taxes with you for like 2 hours
You and I sat on a Zoom
and did our taxes
and did
because we're
taxes
adults.
because we have
But
two children by the name of So She Slays and Slay
and
F.
slay, yeah, we're mothers at this point. So yeah, we did that. You know what? It wasn't as hard to do it when we got there. It was just getting there to do it. I dread the whole morning. I saw your text that morning saying, "Hey, what time?" I was literally on my way to the gym and I saw that, and I obviously hate to see your name. I've never wanted to hate to see your name in my life. I saw your name pop up. I said, "Oh, not her. I do not want to do." I knew as I knew what it was about. I knew they were going to do taxes, and I was like, "This, damn it!" And like
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't want to answer this."
I don't
'Cause I
want
knew it
it.
was tax season. I was like, I don't want to do it. But we did it and it wasn't that bad. So
Shout out
yeah.
Empowerment Profit for our
Yes.
CPAs.
They're helping us do our taxes, but just the idea of doing taxes just gives me fear as an adult. And it wasn't hard to do. It's just like,
No, it's
oh
not. It's just I hated sending that text message. Like,
no.
I
I
didn't want to do it either.
legit was walking out the door to the gym and I saw that. I said, God damn. God
Goddamn.
damn. And my
Goddamn.
mom was like, what are you doing today? Doing taxes. She's like, oh, I was like, don't want to talk about it.
Nope. Don't.
Don't talk
Yeah.
about it. I literally
Just.
had my hair in like a towel, like a t-shirt, just washed my hair. I was after that meeting, I went to go straighten my hair and then I literally just laid in bed the whole day. It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful thing to do.
It was. Look,
But yeah,
it
I'm
was,
proud of
yeah.
us.
Good
But I
job.
know
We
last
were adulting.
we did it. So last week we talked about Kate Middleton and where is Kate Middleton? And
I know.
yes, but
Karma.
no, that's not karma. That is not karma because honestly, I do feel bad that she has cancer. No one should have cancer. No one should go through the depths of like treatment and getting that diagnosis and dealing with like telling your family and all that stuff. Like that's sad. As a human, I have empathy for that, and that's just heartbreaking. But I'm sorry, the PR team, we didn't have to see her do a video. Like that was so messed up. Like they had her on camera. Like this woman is suffering. Let her. Like I know we asked where the hell she is, and probably need a video because that stupid AI photo that she did. But the
True.
PR
True.
team, they could have done this way better. I'm sorry.
What do
Like
you
they
mean?
could have
What
had
else could they have done? I feel
they
like
could
they had
have
to
not
do like a proof of life video. I feel like
I'm
that's
sorry.
what it was.
And I get that and I understand that, but we didn't have to get there because if they would just did a goddamn regular photo back a couple of weeks ago, we wouldn't be asking where is Kate? Where is Waldo? The PR team, the way the British media works, they work through the PR. The media is like run by them. Why was it so executed wrong? Like I feel awful for her. I feel
All
that we
sorts of
all
backwards.
talked about her like a dog. Like, is she missing? But we were all supporting her life, though. Let's not forget. No one
That's
was talking
true.
about her
No
like a dog.
dogging her. We were all dogging her husband.
Yes. And I'm still gonna dog that man. Cause can't I'm just
I mean, he
saying.
still did cheat.
Yeah, so I feel awful for her and her kids and her family. Like that's something that you don't ever want to hear that diagnosis ever.
Yeah, I
But
did
I'm
feel
sorry,
bad for it.
the British media, like if they didn't give us that dumb AI photo, we wouldn't be here today
I
having
know
her
all
sit up
sorts
there.
of suspicions. All sorts
Yeah, it
of
was too
suspicions,
suspicious.
though. It was
It
way
was too
too
suspicious.
sus, and we were like, "Uh-oh, what happened?"
Like, I feel bad that we had to ask this woman to show her face and do a video to tell us about her cancer diagnosis. That is wrong. Like, we were
That
wrong
is
for that.
we were
We were
fucking
wrong
wrong
for
for
even
that.
saying we
We
need
were
proof
wrong.
of life. I'm not gonna lie, we are wrong for that. But how did we
I
get
mean, they could
here?
have
Because
stopped this, okay? They could have stopped it. I'm with you. They could have stopped it. It went too far down the rabbit hole. We didn't hear nothing. But then I'm like, okay, maybe we didn't hear nothing because she needed the time, to tell her kids. Okay,
which is
cool.
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Totally respect. But it was for that janky photo for Mother's Day, we wouldn't be here. And the
True.
lookalikes walking around, it's just the jankiness of it. Like, we didn't have to be there. We could get this one in peace. We're part of the problem because they made us part of the problem.
I like how I like this point of view where you're just like, look, if X, Y, and Z did not happen, we would not be in this position.
Yes, because I feel awful that we taught this woman either she was like gone girl status. I feel bad because
I feel
cancer
bad.
is something that's heartbreaking to hear to anyone. I don't care if I don't even like you as a person. If I hear you have cancer, I'm just like disgustingly shocked and heartbroken for you.
Yes.
But how did we get here? Doing these fake cover photos of her? Like, we didn't have to do all that.
Yeah, all these lookalikes. Yeah, it
Yes.
went,
Like,
it went, it went, it went way too far to the left. We went down a fucking rabbit
no.
hole. America got involved in British
And we shouldn't have got
tabloids,
involved.
and
That's not
we
our
we,
business.
we got to stay in our
That's none of
lane.
our business.
We got to
That's
stay
none of
in
our
our lane.
business. This is none of our business. I should be on Twitter saying, "Where is Kate?" Like, that's not my business.
Kim
That's British
Kardashian shouldn't be
business.
out here looking
Yes.
for Kate. Like,
Okay. And we're all apologizing now because we look like assholes because we were assholes.
we were
But whose fault
legit
is that?
assholes.
Of course, I'm the kind of person trying to blame the fault on someone else, and I admit that at this age. I do not mind. But if we were the PR team, instead of having that little bogus ass photo of her with her kids, they could have had her walking with her kids from behind, and we would never know it's an
True.
old photo. I'm
You could have
sorry.
used a
I feel
lookalike for that
bad
one.
to have this. I feel bad to have this woman out her bed talking about she's still alive and her
You
cancer
know she
diagnosis. That
went
is
through
terrible.
extensive like hair and makeup because like
Just to make us
she
happy, to
just
make us get off her back.
I felt
Now,
so
come
bad.
on.
I was like, damn, we really
I
made
felt
her do a
bad.
proof of life video.
But you know what? A lot of people need to do a proof of life video, and his name is Richard Simmons. It's been time for that motherfucker to do a proof of life.
Speaking of proof of life, when
Like
you sent that shit to me, I said, what? I said, what?
a
Okay,
proof of life.
so way long ago, like last year, Chauncey and I, we got into this whole debate of the
Blame myself.
whether Richard Simmons is dead or alive. We did a whole ass. There's a whole ass podcast. Freaking,
It is not ours. It's called
it's not
Where's
our
Richard?
We listened to it. We listened to it, and
Yeah,
we had thoughts.
and I have a
And
lot of thoughts.
I mean, okay, so tell everybody what you sent me first, Chauncey.
Basically, the maid is back on her grind again. The maid is back on her grind. She's out there tweeting from Richard's account saying that basically saying that he's dying, and then a couple of days later it came out that he had cancer, which is just, once again cancer. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. But I said, where'd she come from? Like we're forgetting that Richard was missing for a minute. We were all forgetting for a second, and then she said, "Nope, you tired assholes. I'm gonna show up again with my fur coat and type a little tweet." Okay, then we got Richard out here saying they got skin cancer. We didn't know about our favorite little workout king.
Well, and this whole tweet talked about like this thing that sparked this article and all of this suspicion now is the fact that he was like tweeting something about life and how precious it is and how beautiful it is and being by the beach, and everybody thought this man was dead or dying or
I thought it was an announcement like, oh, this is his
R.I.P.
last hurrah. They're gonna say at the end. I thought it'd be like being by the beach, living life. At the end, we now mourn our dear friend Richard. I'll wait for the very last one, and I don't want to put death on this man, but I'm tired of us waiting for this maid to talk about this man. Like, I need a proof of life video at this point from him now. I do.
I do need
Like,
a
I hate to
proof
be
of
that
life video.
person, but
Like,
I'm
we're
that
gonna feel
person
like
now.
giant assholes for it.
I've been a giant asshole for years, so it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm the one who told everyone Richard's dead.
You legit, you were like, Heather, he's dead.
And
He
I
is
hate
dead.
that I
I was like, he
laughed
is
after I
not
said it.
dead. And he's like, Heather,
no longer
he is
with us.
dead. This is the maid that's speaking. We need some explanation. She out here living her best life in this fur
With a fur
coat, in
coat.
this mansion. Nobody has connection to Richard no more. Like,
No one. Like, I'm
except
sorry.
his
I think it's
maid.
just wild. You know what? I really pray that Richard's alive and well. I hope his skin cancer diagnosis is not severe. I pray that Kate Middleton is able to survive cancer and be there for her family because that's a tragic thing. But honestly, we cannot blame ourselves for asking, inquiring about these people because they did it. They put it out there. They're doing some funny PR work and ask
It's like, get your PR team
2024.
together, okay? Get your PR
Yeah,
team, pull them back, tell them to do better.
yes, do better because 2024. We're not stupid anymore. I didn't know what's going on at the home. So like, if you don't do funny stuff, I'm not gonna ask funny questions,
Okay,
and that's
facts.
not
All
my
right,
fault.
look. Okay, I'm agree there. I'm agree there. I do, like I said, feel like an asshole for a proof of life video for Kate Middleton because her ass was like not feeling good. She just started chemotherapy, so I was like,
Like, who
fuck
wants to
me,
do
like
that? I
damn.
don't want to take a video when I'm sick. I'm tired right now. And do you think I want to do this podcast right now? But I was like, I gotta show up.
I gotta,
I am so
I gotta do this.
I gotta show up. That's how she felt. Like, God damn. I got America after me now. Like they stopped the news. I was watching, my stories on the internet on the phone, and it popped up, and I was like, "Well, goddamn!" And I was like,
Goddamn.
I was like, "God damn!" But talking
Oh,
about internet, I I don't know if you've seen this obsession about how the Bronx, okay, is not they're not fucking
dragging
with J
J Lo
Lo.
through it,
They're not
just
fucking.
dragging
They're doing a
her.
cease and desist, saying, "Do not claim the block." Okay, and I'm
Oh,
sorry,
the block
I
don't want you.
the block don't claim you, and I'm sorry. I think it's comedy. Like Jennifer Lopez, like she's mid. Like don't get me wrong, she's gorgeous. I'll give her that. Gorgeous, bodies on side, perfect. Gave me my rom coms in the
Yep.
2000s.
Made in
I
Manhattan,
love.
one of my
Yeah,
faves.
mine was Wedding Planner. Enough was
Yes.
good. So, well, Selena, of course, was
So, oh,
amazing. Okay,
duh.
yeah, like, and then she gave some bops in the 2000s. I'm not gonna lie. If I
Yes.
hear "Waiting for Tonight," that's
That's
my
exactly what I
song.
was thinking about in my head. I was like,
That's my
waiting for
song. If I
tonight.
hear, yes, I hear, some songs, I'm like, oh my God, this is my song. But also, she's not singing all her songs. So, like, it's not all her vocals. So, like, we all have to know that. But we don't
Those,
talk
those,
about that out
those,
loud. Shout out to
those are,
Ashanti.
yeah.
Shout out to Ashanti. There's people out there doing background vocals, doing vocals. So, so
Dead.
I guess she did that Amazon Prime video, which I haven't watched. That's
I
enough.
haven't watched it either, but
I've
people
seen
are
enough
not very
clips to know that
happy.
I don't need to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and she's showing her love for her true love, which we all know is Ben Affleck. We're not gonna act like we don't know
We
that her
get
love her
it.
true
All
love.
right. Mr. Phoenix on his back.
Okay,
I
like we
get
know that's
it.
her. I hate you, but like, that's her man. That's her man. I hate you for bringing that up. So like, I hate you.
Let's not
I forgot about that
forget.
goddamn tattoo. I forgot about that tattoo for so much. But like, she has one clip that's going viral when she's saying and you've seen the clip, right? When she's in the workout
Mm-hmm.
room and she like
Mm-hmm.
takes her hair off, like it reminds me of out in the block, in the Bronx, running down the street. And it's just the funniest thing because people are literally dragging her
It's
to the
so
earth.
cringe. It's so
Like it's
cringe.
cringe. Like it's cringe to watch. And like I've never like it's good to rep where you're from. Like I'm from Oakland, so I rep Oakland. But you don't relate to the Bronx somewhere, baby girl, because I from the TikTok videos and Instagram, she does not get back to the community allegedly. These are all alleged. These are all alleged.
Ooh.
I'm in my Wendy Williams shit right now. It's all alleged. Okay, it's all alleged. Okay, I am Wendy Williams is allegedly. Okay, allegedly she didn't get back to the Bronx. She's not kind to people allegedly, which there's been multiple stories for decades about that.
Yes.
And like it's just when the Bronx are talking about you like a dog. I'm in your own street saying you don't know the bodegas. Like it's just it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Like I'm embarrassed. Like it's embarrassed. It's embarrassing. Like
Yeah, I just think, I mean, I saw it pop up on my feed enough, but here's the thing is sometimes I just don't care enough. Like sometimes curiosity gets to me and I'll click on these videos and allow the sound to come through my phone in order for me to like care enough. But as soon,
mhm.
I don't know, every single time I kept seeing her in the mirror where she was just like, my hair's all wild and she's like playing with her hair and she's like, oh, this
She took
reminds
those
me of like
tracks out.
this little girl who's like running down the block and blah blah, and I'm like, what are we talking, like I would
It's
always just swipe past it. I'm like, I ain't got the time for this bullshit.
I would do it too until I kept some of the stitches to it. I was like, what were we talking about the drag? And I was like, I have to like look at this. And then she does like the Vogue interview when they ask you like 70 something questions about like your life. And she's like, and it's kind of cringe because I know you're trying to be relatable. but you got 400 million in the back. Like, you're not relatable. Like, at least when Cardi B, who is from like, New York, she's has dumbass money because she has a lot of investments
Mm-hmm.
besides her career, but she's still relatable. When she said the reason why I work so much is I got kids to take care, I got parents to take care, I got family to take
Because
care,
I
like it's
take
more
care of most of my
relatable.
family.
Everyone you're
It's
saying,
like,
like, she's more relatable.
well, there's
Like,
that, but also she just owns it. This is the thing that's
yes,
different. Is Cardi B, like, she does have dumbass money, but she, like she said, I got dumbass money, but I got dumbass amount of bills. And also too, she's just like, she just owns the fact that she has this money. Whereas like
yes,
Jennifer, I kind of feel like she doesn't. Like, I'm like, just own the fact that you're freaking rich, all right? Own the fact that you
wealthy.
have a, like, an extreme amount of money with extreme amount of privilege. Like, I get it. You came from there, you worked hard, this is where you're at. Like, yeah, you can be
Like,
relatable, but like, and reflect on certain times, but like, don't try to like, it's just, that's why it's so cringe, because it's not genuine at all.
it's not. It's just like it's a lot. Like, I knew I used to be a fly girl. I watched her Live in Color with my mom growing up and my aunts. I used to watch Live in Color, and the stories you hear about her now, you're like, you're not relatable, and that's okay. If you're not relatable, tap in your
People don't
Gwyneth
go to you for
Paltrow.
relatability.
Go for Gwyneth Paltrow is my favorite. Like, she knows she's unrelatable, and I love that about her. She's just like, be
She
well.
owns her
After that,
wealth. She just owns it.
yes. And she's a nepotism baby, technically. She's the original one. Like, her parents were famous. So I just love, like, just be unhingedly chaotic. Okay, just be it. And I'm sorry, like, I don't want to hear about you running down the street and like, you gotta give me a exact meal you get from the bodega.
Oh
What
my
chips
god.
you getting?
Well, here's my
I've been
thing.
to a
Is
few
like,
bodegas.
what
They
kind of
don't got
chips you getting?
Lays. They don't got Lays. They got like real chips, like real good chips.
Like,
So I wonder
okay,
what kind of chips
I
you're
was
getting.
talking to our assistant producer, Gabby, about
Hmm.
this, and she
Hey,
was like,
Gabby.
I was like watching all of these TikToks, and like there was like these, people that used to PA and like PA on this documentary that she was talking, like, in which she did that whole
She,
hair thing or whatever. She's like, the PA commented and was like, do you realize we had to shoot that like several different times in order for it to get semi, freaking believable. And I was
you
like, that's,
know,
it comes
she
across
should
that way, trust me.
she should have had better NDAs. Okay, it's been your own city talking about we don't want you to rep us. Like, they talking about like experiences of her growing up. Like, she was filming, she would not like. It's just a lot. Like, it's okay to rep where you're from, but like, I'm from Oakland and I rep Oakland. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Oakland, but I don't know everything in Oakland because I was born there and raised there a little bit, but I moved all across the Bay Area. So I'm not
Yeah,
like my
you've
mom
jumped
saying,
around for
oh,
sure.
like, I'm not like my mom's like, oh, I know this street, I know this street. Like, I know enough streets, I know like certain places are, and I know
Yeah.
stuff, but I'm not gonna be acting a fool on live TV saying this and that. Like, I know where I'm from, but it's just the idea. It was the hair for me doing a
It,
throwbacks. Like, it was a lot, and you could tell in like the clips I've seen, we shouldn't have made this documentary. Sometimes you gotta listen to your people saying don't do it. Even Ben's like this. This is private. This is private, and
I mean,
I
It
just
was
want her
it
to
was
understand.
not a smart choice. This is our team. All right. This is, again, do better. PR people, like, freaking team involved in all
No,
of this. Like, just do better. But what I will say
no,
though is she did spend $22 million on
of her
that,
own,
on of her own. That's her own money. So
and
I
because
mean,
she got that money.
if you got $22 million to put onto a project, you know what, do your thing. Do your thing.
And my thing is like, it's okay to have that money. You worked hard for it. I'm not gonna ever knock your work ethic, girl. You work. You be
She does
working
work.
all around. So I'm not gonna ever knock. She's a worker. She's a hustler. I'm never gonna knock that at all. She's a hustler, but we didn't need when
We
the
didn't need
block
it.
ain't claiming you like that. The block, like, if she would have done this like back when, like, Jenny from the block was a
Was
thing
a
back in the
thing.
2000s. Yeah, then yeah, that we would have been more believable because we didn't have the internet like that we have today, the World Wide Web. Like, when she was in her Jenny in the Block era, yes, perfect. But I don't know if she's trying to come back. I don't know, but
I don't
I
know what's
wanted to
happening.
stop. I want her to take a little break from the hiatus of trying to do her world tour. I just want her to take a break. I just want her to take a break.
I need you
Okay,
to take a break
go
and
make a
rethink.
movie somewhere. Go make a movie somewhere, hide for a little bit, and come back, and we'll forget this ever happened. It'll be like a fever dream for
Facts.
all of us.
Facts. It'll
This is
be
a fever dream. It's all we need. This is a fever dream. I'm just saying
We're
we
just
don't
gonna
need
we're just
it.
gonna forget about it. We're gonna let this one
We
pass.
don't. We don't need this right now. Like, let us hear Waiting for Tonight and not get cringed. Okay. I love
Oh
that song. I
man,
love Wedding
I
Planner.
love that song.
I will watch her movies on the plane all the time. Like Marry Me,
Yeah,
I'll watch it on
facts.
the plane.
Love them
I watch her movies. They're in the background. I'll watch them. But
for real.
we don't
I
need this.
know. But on top of J Lo's scandal, there was another documentary that is all
Oh,
over everything. Quiet on Set.
okay. So if you don't know what Quiet on the Set is, it's on HBO Max, which is under ID, because the Max owned everything now, like ID and all that stuff. So if you want to watch it, you just go to the Max and you'll see it there. Or tell you the truth, someone was a hero and put it on Twitter, 45 minutes of each episode on Twitter.
Oh well, that's
Yes, so if you want to
nice.
watch it there, go for it. So basically, the background of Quiet on the Set is that if you were a kid watching Nickelodeon, which we all know Nickelodeon growing up, like that was the thing on Saturday night to watch
That was a
Nickelodeon.
thing.
Yeah, they talk about like from the 90s to like currently up to 2018, I believe. And I was a kid of the 90s and I love Nickelodeon. I used to watch all that. Amanda Show, Keenan and Kel, Clarissa
Good
Explains It
Burger.
All that stuff.
That was like
Yeah,
one of
Good
my
Burger,
favorite
love it.
skits. Loved it.
That's my sister's favorite movie. Is Good Burger. Like I watch Clarissa Explains It All. Anything that was Nickelodeon, I
Clarissa.
watch.
Damn,
Yes,
I'm getting some
like all
flashbacks
that
right
was
now.
like yeah, all that was a Saturday Night Live for kids. And if you look at like the performers back in the day, they had like TLC on there. You know what? But the thing that was
LL
our
Cool J
music
was on
because
there.
yes, yeah. But mind you, that was our music because we didn't have no kids bop. We had like real
No,
music. Okay,
we have a real music,
we had like real music.
inappropriate real music,
Oh,
but it was
very
good.
inappropriate. But it was a great time. So they talk about like, Nickelodeon from its like rise to fame and to like how they became like this big thing competing with Disney. Because at the time Disney was like not giving the shows that we had.
It was
And they talk
icky.
about, Dan Striner and his his golden age of Nickelodeon because he
Mm,
did bring a lot of TV to that
he
show
did.
and he did have a lot of actors that we know today like Kenan Thompson who is like the longest cast member on Saturday Night Live, Kel Mitchell, they were
Mm-hmm.
diamond do a Kenan and Kel I used to watch, Amanda Bynes, the Amanda Show,
Yep.
like
Yep.
I remember watching her as a kid. I was like, she's like Gil Radner from like Saturday Night Live. Like she's a physical comedian. She's great,
Mm-hmm.
especially at the age of like
Especially
what 6.
she was so young.
Yeah, and then you had like Ariana Grande's from Nickelodeon. People forget that.
Yep.
Victoria, like there's a lot of stars that came from them. Drake and Josh, Jeanette McCurry. There's so many stars, Miranda Cosgrove. Like there's so many stars, and we all
Mm-hmm.
grew up with them. Like each generation in your house grew up with Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
We grew up with like all that. My sisters grew up with Drake and Josh,
Yep.
and they talk about how Dan Schreider, the creator, was a torment to work with.
Yeah, that was like insane. I like it's interesting because I feel like some people are like this isn't, we're pulling back the curtain on this for sure. And I think sometimes it's known like take all of the child stars, right, that we know today as adults now. You want to go for the Amanda Bynes, you want to go for the Justin Biebers and like this and that, right? It's like they all went through this, like even Britney Spears, right? That's a child
All of them.
star.
All of
They
them
all
did.
went through some real shit and did not come, like not a lot of them have come out the other end, with
Lindsay
their
Lohan was
wits
a child star.
intact. All right.
Lindsay Lohan, Shia LaBeouf,
Mm-hmm.
Miley Cyrus. These are all children stars. Even talking about like Shirley Temple before we were even born. These like anyone from like the 80s or 70s that like it's wild to see because there's no protection for them.
There's literally no protection for them. And here's the thing is like I feel for the parents, especially like they interviewed some of the parents on this
Some of the
documentary.
parents are good parents.
Some of the parents are like really good parents. Okay, like, and spoil alert for anybody who has not watched this yet, like just turn off this podcast because we're literally going to
And
spoil
come
it all.
back.
And come back to it, exactly. But like my thing is a lot of these parents, they just don't know. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what it's like to be on set. And you're a child. You're like 7. You're just trying to. It's exactly what they say. It's like there is just such a huge power dynamic because these people literally have the power
Control.
to take your everything away from you or give you everything, and you have to like jump and say how high.
You have to jump. Yeah, and the worst part, these kids base their self-esteem on the praise of the applause, or they're in charge of taking care of their family's life because the business is on them. Like they have to take care of
Yeah.
their whole family, which is sad, but that's true. And you look and like they have these accounts and there's all these rules, child labor law rules that we have,
But
but
there's
people
no one
miss
there to enforce it though, Chance. Like
and no one
no
looks at
one's
it. No one says it. Like, and there's a couple of parents in the documentary. They're like, no, I was on set every day. I was there. And one guy, he said he believed that he got let go because his mom was always, asking questions,
advocating.
but she's supposed to, and it ruined him. And you can see that he's in therapy. And there's a lot of things you look at, and you're like this. Yeah, I get it. Like you don't think the parts of your childhood when people say things, but it does hurt. Like I didn't when
Mhm.
he was talking about like, being the one of the only token black kids on the set. Like
Or that
if another
costume
kid
they
comes,
made him wear with the
oh, that was
nose on
terrible.
it. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
who okayed this?
because it was funny, but like being the only black kid on the set, like as to be the token anywhere, you know how this is. If you're the token, if someone comes in and looks like you, you're like, oh, I'm out. They're gonna take me. They're gonna take her next. I'm out. Like we
Yep.
all think that. Like I remember looking at that, and I was like, when he's like he's dealing with trauma, and I was like, this. There's a lot of stuff that we grow up with microaggressions that we don't process until later because we thought it was
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
And I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that makes sense. But his mom, that's a real black mom because my mom had been up in that ass too. Oh, Patricia been up in that ass.
Exactly. And
And
I
I'm
and like
sorry,
I felt so
it's
bad
sad.
for her
It
because she was
hurt.
like, I cost
She
my
blamed
son
herself,
his dream. Like
and
I
she
was
blamed
like,
herself.
oh my gosh. The
But I
I
hope she
yeah.
watched the rest of it and was like this. I protected my son. I think she
Yeah.
needs to know that she protect all the parents who were there protected themselves. There was one parent. There's a couple parents that had me fucked up. That one parent for Brandy. Brandy's an alias, by the way. That's an alias name.
Oh, is
So
it?
the girl, the mother who's talking about her daughter who was getting like there's three. So there's three pedophiles in this documentary. There's
Yeah.
two they really talk about.
Oh, Bahrain.
And
Yeah. That
yeah,
oh
we're not talking about. Yeah, we're not talking about Dan Schreider. That's a whole. That man's a demon. He was having people give
yeah.
him massages,
Yeah,
paying
we
women
had two, yeah, we
unequally.
had others
Yeah, he
in
was
this
disgusting.
documentary.
Like he's a terrible human being. He did like a sit down with one of the other stars from a show,
Boogie,
and that was stupid.
that was dumb. That was very
Like we didn't need
controlled.
that.
Because here's the thing is he refused to sit down with the people who did the documentary. He
Mm-hmm.
refused to sit down with them. And then instead, he goes and he gets somebody who was an
A
adult on
black man.
a previous show of his
Yes,
and freaking sit
for
down with him.
diversity.
Exactly. And he interviews Dan Schneider. I was like,
No,
whoa, wait. Mm-mm.
no. It
Because
should have been
it,
anyone else. It could have been
well, the
Don
thing
Lennon at
is
this
like
point.
if he wanted to speak out, shouldn't he? Why didn't he address these issues on the documentary when given the opportunity to
Exactly.
speak and address these things?
Like have
Like,
the
why
have
do
a
you
Don
have to
Lennon character
go? Exactly. I'm like, why do you have to go and set up a completely different setup in which you
control
probably
setting.
had most control over? Which is that's what it is. It's like he had control over the situation,
He
and with
and
the
then like
documentary, he wouldn't.
and it was all sexual innuendos. As a kid, I did not notice like the water bottle
Of
squirting. That's
course.
cum shot.
Oh my god,
Did not
I
know that.
literally watched that replay and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Even the guy from Double Dare was like, "This was on the RTV station," because no one knows. Like as a kid, you don't know,
You just
and you're
don't.
like, "What the?"
Yeah.
So that was that. Dan Tries a whole different case of trash. But I'm Jeanette McCurry. She wrote that book and she just exposed him. But I watch iCarly because I had a younger sister who would watch iCarly and we'll watch it together. And the guy who played the older brother did protect Jerry Tanner, I think his name, did protect the kids on the set. He always would be
Mm,
on the set no matter what. And they all say, yeah, he was a great person. He actually did take care of us. But Dren Strider, that law of sloth himself. So there was a part that I know I didn't know
hmm.
that Drake and Josh, which is a great show, I used to watch with my sister. Drake Bell have had his incidents over the past years for his own things, but now it's sad to say, but hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of episode 2, they show, like, has anyone ever been sexually assaulted on the set?
Yeah.
Violated. And
Oh,
they're like, wait, really?
they definitely set that up like
And the way they
crazily.
did it,
Like because
I
nobody
had no
knew.
idea.
Nobody
No
knew
one knew.
because like everybody figured out because we're talking about David Peck. David Peck was one
Brian
of
Peck.
the main
Brian Peck.
Brian Peck. Sorry, is it Brian
Yeah.
Peck? Brian
No
Peck.
worries.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Brian Peck, freaking, they were talking
He's worked
about
everywhere.
how he's worked everywhere for
He's worked in
Nickelodeon
Growing
and
Pains,
Disney and like growing. Yeah,
everything,
whether it
everything.
was, I think he was on onset something like dialect coach for some
He was a
stuff and
dialect a stand-in, a dialect
a
coach, had like
stand-in.
little had like set like segments on shows. And by the way, this is the second pedophile they had on Nickelodeon. The first pedophile was this other guy who's the American boy, who's a
He was
PA.
a PA. He was a PA in charge of all the kids,
Yeah, and then the girl named Brandy, which is an
quote
alias name,
unquote.
the mother. Brandy didn't talk, and I hope to God that she's still alive. But the mother was talking, which showed me that
Yeah.
she's a piece of trash anyway, because she shouldn't be talking. She should not be able to tell the story because she's at guilt for this. But that's a whole different story. Brian Peck, like he was everywhere on the Nickelodeon set. Like he was everywhere, growing pains, all that stuff. And when they
Well,
showed Drake Bell,
Drake Bell.
not
Yeah,
Drake,
this. Yeah,
not
yeah,
Drake,
yeah. When they
not
should,
not the sex
not the
dog,
rapper. But here's
not
my
look.
thing: is they definitely set that up to where, like, here's the thing: is like everybody
No
was
one knew.
just told one day that Brian Peck was no longer with them. He is off dealing with his own stuff. Like nobody knew anything other than like what he was allegedly accused for, blah blah blah, or whatever, and then that he was not going to be returning to work. Like that is all anybody knew. And then freaking when they were like, oh, all these things started coming out and everybody's like, oh my God, who is this? What happened? Like who was the victim? And da da da
No one
da.
knew.
And then Drake Bell pops up on the screen and he's like, I'm
I'm just
I'm
yeah,
John Doe. And I'm like,
yeah.
what?
I was like surprised. I've never heard like like, but mind you, there was no TMZ back in then. Like, even in
Mm,
part of his interviews, like it was happen. It happened before the pilot season of Drake and Josh, so it was like right when they started doing Drake and Josh, and he said, yeah, like everything happened. He's like, it's 2004, 2005. So of course you can go to the courtroom. There's no TMZ. There's no Twitter. So no one was
mm-hmm.
following you around. So no one knew. Only people who knew it was Drake Bell was the people who were in court because all the
Yes.
documents are sealed until now, until he
Mm-hmm.
decided to
Well,
say like it's
Dan
okay.
Schneider did know it was that
Yeah, Dan
Drake.
Schreier, he told him that,
He told him.
and Dan Schreier and Nickelodeon. So there's people who wrote letters in support of Brian Peck because he's been in the
I
industry
was
for so long.
disgusted.
Oh,
I
I can't look at people away. And I'm
I
sorry, like Dan. So Drake Bell finally told Dan Schreier what's happening. They got him off the set, all that stuff. Nickelodeon did not write a letter. Dan Schreier and Nickelodeon did not write a letter in the support of Brian Peck. They did not.
mm-hmm.
Now with Drake Bell, his dad broke my fucking heart. His dad, because his dad knew that man was a perv. That and
He
his dad was
knew.
trying to protect him
He knew, and
because he saw things and he was like, "This doesn't make any sense." And every parent knows that feeling, and that broke my heart. How much guilt he feels, and it's not guilt because I let my son have this happen. No, it's guilt because you feel like you couldn't protect him. Because Brian, when you're 15
well,
years old, right? You're 15. Did you listen to your parents?
no, I knew better.
No.
I
And
knew
if you have
better.
money, would you listen to your parents and you have money too? No.
No,
And
not if
someone's
I'm
in your
already
ear
paying for
telling you,
myself and them in
yeah,
most cases.
yes. And they're telling him like, oh, he's gonna ruin your career if your dad's always around. Like they're in your ear, you're in your head, and you're knowing you have to pay all these bills. So of course, and you're already like 15, like I don't want to be my parents. Like I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah,
So of course, his dad, Brian Peck, did what groomers do. They
yeah,
infiltrate your life. They
yes.
infiltrate your life to make them be the only person in your life. And to the point that Drake was like, I'm gonna fire my dad as a manager and have my mom take over, which his mom is dirty trash. We ride at Sunset. She's a dirty ass hoe. Like how are you too lazy to drive your kid to audition when your ex-husband told you do not leave this man around our kid.
Here's my thing.
Specifically, do not.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, the only thing I could think of in this is like, because we don't hear from her and we don't hear her
Thank God.
story or anything like that. Because here's my thing. Here's my thing. Yes, from the facts that presented, I absolutely agree with you. Or I'm like, okay, what the fuck? How could you not listen? But here's my thing too. I'm like, what was their relationship like? Like,
That was bad, I heard.
you know what I mean? It's like, what was their relationship like? Um, Also, to like, what was it is? Was she in the mindset to believe, Drake Bell's dad? Was she, you know what I mean? What was being told to her? Because here's the thing is we don't know. And before I
You
run
never know.
someone through the mud in that aspect, because here's the thing is no matter what, like that's her son. And according to Dan Schneider's interview that he did with Boogie, he addresses this and was like, hey, she came to me and was like, I'm not good with words. I don't know how to like write this speech to address all of these people in this courtroom when they all went to court, and she had to
It's so
speak.
sad.
And
I
so
do give her credit. She
yeah.
did believe her son when he did tell her. I do believe that.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, "No, we're going to the cops." I will give her credit for that because some parents, like Brandy's mother, would let shit just slide. So I give Drake Bell's mom for taking action. She was taking action when she found out. I'll
Yeah.
give her credit for that. But honestly, I can tell you this right now. It's very funny that Drake's Bell's girlfriend's mom is the one who picked it up. It's like, this ain't right. And
That's
I
my
think I heard
thing.
the conspiracy theories on the Reddit. I love the Reddit. It's supposed to be Fifi Dobson's mother, who was the one who called because they were dating at the time. That's what
Really?
I
I was
read,
wondering
but I
who the
could be
fuck he
completely
was
wrong.
dating at that time.
But the thing is, but that's if a 40-year-old man keeps calling any kid around me over and over, and they're not their parent, I'm gonna ask
I got
questions. And I
issues.
do love. She's like, no, and I love how she brought it up. Like, I love how she's like, no, this is weird. This is like, let's talk. And like, I
Yeah.
like how she like took me to the side. That's a good mom. That's a good person. Not a mom. That's a good
Well,
person.
that's a good person. That's an observant person. And it's like,
Like, this doesn't make no
obviously
sense.
she was involved enough to know who the heck, like,
This
she
is
was
not okay.
involved
Like,
enough to be like, this is wrong. This is not
he's calling
sitting
my house
right.
phone
He's
for my
calling
daughter's boyfriend.
non-stop,
No,
nonstop.
and the thing is, like, when they ask him what happened to him, he didn't say anything, and they just showed the court documents. That broke my heart because we're watching him on TV when this is happening, and you're just like, wait. But the worst part is like, that he had to deal with this internally by himself and do all these things. But it's probably like a part of his therapy to release this information to the world, so he feels like like it's off his shoulders. But I'm sorry, the people who wrote letters in support for this man. I'm sorry if you tell me that I hear that you're going to court for sexual abuse. I ain't writing shit about your character.
No, no,
It could
no.
be it could be all lies. I don't know because
I don't
if
know.
they have you for sexual abuse, if they put you for sexual abuse, that is what
there's
you
there's
call
some
an
sort of proof
investigation.
happening here. There's some
There's an
this is like
investigation.
what I always tell people too, because it's like, look, I have unfortunately known 3 people in my lifetime who have been accused and convicted of
Hmm.
such things, molestation,
Hmm.
all of this, like sexual assault, like. And here's the thing, 2 of them were, one was a counselor, one was a PE teacher, and one of them, like, I had known my whole life.
Hmm.
And I was like,
That was a PE teacher.
especially that when I knew my whole life, I was like, what? Like, and then I started dissecting like everybody else. And then I like was talking to people who we like were mutual friends or we knew and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, you know what? I can see it happening.
Why do I remember who you're talking about out of nowhere? I remember now. But yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Because like
yeah.
literally,
So
like I
basically,
called you.
yeah,
You were one of the people I talked
yeah.
to about it. And I was like,
And I was like, oh shit,
you know
it makes sense.
what?
Like, it didn't
Like I
surprise
can kind
me.
of see it. But also too, like, here's the thing is if that stuff comes out and it's like in the media and all this kind of, no. This isn't a he said she said type of stuff, because like there's
It's an
several people
investigation.
that, yeah, this is an investigation. That means that they have some form of something. And
No,
I'm like gonna believe the victim. Like I know there's gonna be people who totally go the other way and do like the whole like I'm just gonna throw someone under the bus. But
when it comes to child
mm-mm.
stuff, like, I'm like sticking. It's the idea. One of the letter said he was tempted by him. He would. You talking about a kid tempted this man? A kid tempted a 40-year-old man. Okay,
Well,
and it's
how
just
the
like
hell? Go ahead.
the people who wrote the letters, and those are people like you. I'm not going to say the names of the letters. Like, you can go look at yourself who
Go
wrote it because you
watch
know these actors.
Google. I'm
You know
sure
the actors. You
Google.
can just Google it. You can just Google who
I
wrote the
was I was
letters.
perturbed. I was so
It's
sickened.
a
It was
lot.
gross.
And the people who wrote the letters did address in their own podcast, like, what they're led to believe. And of course, you're led to believe different things at the time. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I hear sexual abuse to a kid,
I ain't writing shit.
I don't care. I don't even know. I don't care about your character because I don't know your character. Obviously, if this is
Clearly,
happening,
if you were even
because like
getting accused of something like that.
I don't care. Like people are trying to retract statements. Like there's a lot of people. Like just because you know someone doesn't mean you know everything about them. Like for instance, the person you that we both mutually know, you know them
Mhm.
your whole entire life. I know them for a short period of time. So when it
I
came
did not
out,
think he was capable, and
yeah.
then
So when it, yeah, and everything came out. So when it came out, when you told me when it actually came out, I was in shock because I didn't have blinders up because I don't know him. Like I knew him from like
mhm,
where we're at the time, but you knew your whole entire life. So for me, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like it's sad, but it makes sense. Like I wasn't, I was shocked, but I wasn't super shocked because you're just like, because I don't have like, I don't know the person my whole entire life. If I
exactly, and
knew
it's like,
someone,
oh,
if I knew someone my whole entire life and I came out, I would be like disturbed because you're like, this wait, I know this person. And your character's their character. But Drake Bell, anyone who has told their truth, I applaud them because I'm gonna tell you
that
right
is
now, that's something
not
you don't want to wish on anyone.
that is
Yeah,
not
and it's
easy. I mean, that took so much guts, and that took
yeah.
like you said, like because he couldn't even verbalize what happened to him other
How
than
can
just
you?
being assaulted.
Oh,
And like,
I had
and
to put it on
I
pause.
understand. I understand
I had to put it
because
on pause to read it. I was like, wait, what? And he was like 14, 15, and like you're carrying this stuff showing your back. It's a pilot season. You got your big break. It's just, and you look at the other actors and everything, and you're just like, it's sad. It all makes sense. Like no one's safe, and it's sad. And I really think Disney is gonna have one too soon
oh, I'm
because
waiting. I'm
I know they
waiting.
got stories.
They got so
They got
many
stories.
stories. It's only a matter of
Well,
time.
from the
I mean, this
60s, the 60s, 70s. They had child stars for decades, centuries. Okay, like they have
mhm.
child stars. Like and it's just sad that like we don't give these people grace enough. Like I remember I was reading this article and like this one actress was like this, yeah, technically I was a child star, but I was older in like my late teens, and I went to college, so I was able to act out and no one knew what I was doing because I was in college. So
Yeah.
that she's like I had that time to act out, not in the media.
Mhm.
Because the 20 years that we saw, TMZ was like up and coming, so they were everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's it's just sad. Quiet on the set. If you do decide to watch it, please be aware that it will be
Triggering for some
emotional
people
to
for sure.
watch. Because I don't care if you didn't watch Disney Channel or anything or Nickelodeon or anything like that. It's just sad. But if you did watch Nickelodeon, it's even worse. So
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, oh my
yeah, so
gosh.
we're just gonna
It
wait for
was
more. We're gonna wait
oh,
for
it's more
more
things are
stuff.
gonna come out the woodworks. This is only the beginning. I feel like this is kind of
Well, Cat Williams told us this year's exposing people, so we're about to
look,
expose
Cat
everybody.
Williams,
So
that episode, I watched
I
it.
love
You
that
know damn
interview.
well I watched that interview, and
I
I was
love
like,
that interview.
tell me
Tell me everything.
everything.
But yeah, watch Quiet on the Set. It's a good documentary just to know. There's another one called oh god, it's another documentary that people kept putting on on like comments. It's called on Netflix called Open Secret about other people involved. Just be prepared. That's all. That's all. Be
Yeah,
prepared.
just be prepared. It was a bit intense. It was definitely shocking in a lot of different areas. I feel like it's something that we knew, but to have it unpacked that way is pretty crazy.
It was just I don't even know. I don't understand, but yeah, here we are. But it's been a great week talking about everything with you, catching up. So I'll see
I was
you.
like,
Oh,
"What do you
we're on
mean it's
spring
been a
break next week,
great
right?
week?" I was like, "Freaking it's Monday,
It
girl."
will our gossiping, but it's gonna be a spring break next week, right? Because your parents are in
It
town.
is. My parents are in town, so we will not be having an episode next week. We're taking Easter break off. We're doing Easter break. So that we can hang out with our fam bams. But yes, so definitely make sure to catch all the stuff for the Hangover on the Hangover IG. It's the Hangover underscore pod. You will catch Chauncey's one liners and my freaking
Heather's
comebacks every once in a while.
her comebacks were comedy. It was a Phoenix tattoo for me that had me die.
It
I
was
said
the
that I
Phoenix
forgot.
tattoo.
I forgot about that.
Okay, it
But
was the Phoenix
have
tattoo
a
for a
great
lot of
day.
people because even J Lo herself was like, I don't
I love
know
that man.
why
But
you did that, but you did it. But okay.
all right. Well, it's been great, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening.